feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
Maybe I should get into it now, right? Fuck it. So there's a Michigan coach that got fired, and it's something over a girl. Let me see. Okay, is this the full story? What? Oh no.
The head coach of Michigan football is an idiot. I didn't know God made people this stupid. I honestly didn't know God made people this stupid. This is the Shannon Sharpe situation all over again. Shannon Sharpe 2.0. How do y'all continue to allow yourselves to get finessed and tricked out of millions of dollars by college scallywags? Sharon Moore was given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity by Jim Harbaugh. So Jim Harbaugh was the head football coach of Michigan. However, he got an NFL gig. So while leaving to go take the NFL head coaching job, he personally handpicked Sharon to take over for him. Okay. Because he believed in Sharon. He believed that he could be the man for the job.
There we go.
And, he told the university that they should honor his request and make Sharon the head coach. Despite being a married man with 2 daughters, he decided the first thing he was going to do with his new opportunity was to throw it all away by getting involved with an executive assistant. This was a clear and flagrant violation and mistake for obvious reasons. One of the biggest reasons being she was literally his employee and he had influence.
All right, let me cut this shit, man. Yo, listen. I know niggas is going to be in denial. Niggas going to be in denial, but like, about 60 to 70% of people, especially people in power, they're fucking their system, bro. I'm keeping it deep. like y'all ain't gonna like hearing that, but like, it's happening. Yo, I guarantee, you know that whole Diddy case? I guarantee Diddy fucked KK. 100%. 100%. And let's be honest, who was the most loyal person to Diddy? We haven't seen KK since. It's like she's in jail with Diddy. She's disappeared. I'm telling you. So, like, this thing that kind of, when it comes out, and I get it, like, obviously when it comes to sports, it's super frowned upon, right? When it came to, what's the former Celtics coach? I think I forgot what team he's on now. When it came to him, he was fucking someone's wife. So that, like, you can't fuck an executive's wife. But this is an assistant. Most of these dudes, they're sleeping with somebody that's in their orbit. The reality is this. I know, for everybody who are going to just look at this super black and white, yes, money probably is a contributing factor. Power is too. But these guys, spend most of the time on the road around the personnel and team personnel. They're not traveling with their family. Every other week, they're out of town. They're going to be fucking somebody on the team, right? That's not a big, obviously certain places frown upon it or don't fuck with it, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that behavior. And if you want to know, in the industry, a lot of times when you see, put it like this. I know rappers who fuck their A&Rs. Like, because sometimes labels will hire like these little sexy looking A&Rs, and rappers gonna fuck them. Like, bro, people are fucking. Like, you get what I'm saying? Is it appropriate, especially since it's a coworker, and obviously if you want to get into your HR, like power dynamics is center, I get it, but just generally, this happens way more frequent than you think.
Over her salary. Due to the clear and obvious imbalance of the power dynamics at play here, no matter how much this chick consent, she would always be viewed as the victim. And forget about how you put the school at risk of a possible lawsuit. Think about yourself. Think about how vulnerable the position you put yourself in. No matter how much this chick consents, no matter how much she tells you she loves you, she can wake up one day and claim victimhood and take you for everything you got.
Is that her? Is that her? Where's his wife? I want to see his wife. Oh. This is his wife? Wait, chat. Is this his wife right here? Is this the wife? And then this the side? Let me see.
She can wake up one day for the 20% in 1 year. Be top king on campus that he began to be in an open with this. Like, he was no longer hiding it. Like, kids was literally sending pictures to each other of this dude and her, like, walking seemingly romantically all across campus. Bro was too comfortable, man.
Oh, so the side was just younger. All right. So far in the story, I'm following it, chat. I'm following it. I'm following the story. The story seems to be something is very plausible. I see this all the time. Okay? The dude got a wife at home. He got a chick who's probably a younger, hotter version, freakier. He's at work for fucking 12 hours a day. Yeah, he's beating it down in the locker room. Yes. Yup. He's definitely hitting his executive assistant, the fucking staffer that's just there to make sure. Trust me, it's happening. So that's not out of the ordinary yet. So I'm trying to see where the story gets crazy.
Chilling out in public, right? Now, apparently this person...
By the way, and I'm just giving examples to show you how frequent this is. Remember the nigga who got caught cheating at a Coldplay concert? Yeah, let me tell you this, man. Chat, this is just rule of thumb. If you got a girl and she hanging around her boss too much, her boss is fucking her. Remember I told you that. Anytime, when your girl come back from work, if she got too many stories about her boss and your girl look good, I would imagine she look good with your girl. Especially if they go to any, you know, they'd be like, oh, nah, this is like a work event. Oh, we're just all hanging out. That boss gonna be in your girl's guts at a point, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. The time when people cheat, and put it like this, homie got a wife, right? He's like some executive. When he's in town, that's his work wife. When he's out of town, that's his main bitch. That's facts. When he's in town and his wife is at home and she lives 15 minutes down the road, they're just work wife. They're like kind of flirting. They might do lunch together. They take lunch at the same time. When they're out of town on a company paid trip and they know their wife is like 2 states away, oh yeah, they're PDAing, cuddling, cuffing. And by the way, here's the thing. Everybody in the company know they fucking. Come on. Everybody know it, bro. Everybody know it. Everybody in the company know they fucking. Just like I'm pretty sure everybody knew that football coach is fucking the girl. That's why they didn't know there was a kiss cam.
Person says that they sent this photo of Sharon Moore walking past their house on campus April 16th of 2024. So this apparently been a thing. I've seen a couple of old tweets where people was like, no, I seen an old tweet from a month ago where somebody was saying, yo, Sharon Moore has been cheating on his wife with his executive assistant. So this was already bubbling on campus. Now, him being sloppy, him being careless, finally caught up to him. Because he was ultimately fired yesterday. But instead of taking his firing, right, with some type of integrity and
Why was he
principles, fired? Because you know you did wrong, all right, he decided he was going to fully crash out.
Breaking news in college football. Michigan has fired head football coach Sharon Moore for cause. The school said that an investigation found that Moore had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Moore had been suspended for 3 games and given a
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Now this is making more sense, right?
a 2-year show cause order for his part in the school's scouting.
Now, even though I said earlier it is common that the boss is fucking the executive assistant or whatever the case is, that's common. Everybody's doing it. If you work for a college or something like that, it's probably better. Like in the music industry, it's fine. Like in the music industry, like let me tell you this: record labels hire bird brain bad bitches that they could hopefully have the rappers fuck. You know why? It's almost like a way to control the goddamn rappers, and they know, like it's. I'm telling you, record labels will supply rappers with drugs, bitches, everything. So again, it happens, but it's the music business. Music business is almost like selling drugs. If you work a corporate job, and especially like in college, which is usually really woke and liberal mindset runs those institutions, it's a hard line. Yeah, I know I said everybody does it generally, but you don't want to shit where you eat. And if I'm homie, yes, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. If I'm in the music business, I'm doing it. If I'm in the music business, I'm doing it. If I'm the athlete, I'll do it. If I'm the athlete, I'll do it. Right? So like, you know, the fucking player assistant, like, you know some of these chicks, like they're like player assistant. You could do it. But if you're the head coach, it's kind of like an executive position too. Yeah, I don't know why he played with his money like that.
And sign stealing scandal just a few years ago. Senior college football writer Pete Thamel is all over this story and joins us now. What details do you have about this investigation and which led to this firing?
Yeah, Kevin, this is something that's been percolating at Michigan for the last couple weeks. There was initial flurry of speculation and an early investigation that died down toward the end of the regular season. There had been a lot of uneasiness on the Michigan staff. Sources had told me Sharon Moore had been acting strange, berating assistant coaches, not acting in a normal way.
The holidays is coming up. Let me show you how to make a couple extra bucks.
What the fuck?
Up within the last week. And look, I've been around this for a long time. It is rare that you get a statement like the one Michigan had, being as explicit as they are, saying it was an inappropriate relationship with a staff member that...
Did she report that, like, yo, he's making me feel embarrassed, he's harassing me? Something is off about this. Because I feel like I'm talking against myself, and if you're watching this later on, no, I'm not drunk or nothing like that. Just like I'm using logic, but I'm also trying to use real life like knowledge, because it's easy to say, "Oh, that's an inappropriate relationship. It's wrong." No, mad people doing this shit. Feel what I'm saying? Like mad people fucking the assistant or their staffer, or like anytime you put women in a environment or a workplace dominated by men, they're getting cracked, especially in those places. Usually the women that are in those places are beautiful women. Trust me. Like, they hire beautiful women in those in those like environments, and then usually, yes, there is a power dynamic. The nigga who's the boss gets first dibs on it. Now, as I said, he shouldn't have done this. But this smells like something stinks. Because what happens when you're the guy, you know what they do? They bring you off to the side. Yo, bro, you got to stop this. You're going to lose your job. I don't know what their record was. I don't know if he was really good as a coach, but they don't just throw your ass to the wolves like that. Something happened. Like, maybe she said, yo, this nigga, maybe she was about to make an allegation. I don't know what it is. By the way, I'm still going through the story, so I'm kind of learning more and more. But it's no way they find out he's fucking her and they're like, you're fired. Maybe that was a way for them to get up out of a contract. But if he's the guy, and usually when niggas do that, it's because they know they the guy. They know they good. Look, the guy used to be the coach for was it the Celtics? He was doing it because he know he was a damn good coach.
Led to Sharon Moore's firing. He would have been owed Kevin more than $12 million on the 3 years remaining on his initial contract. Michigan will not
trying to get him out of
pay
there.
him that money as they're firing him for cause.
All right, Moore was the team's former offensive coordinator, was promoted to the top job after Jim Harbaugh left following the 2023 National Championship. They're getting ready for a bowl game against Texas in the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, it looked like, chat, you know what I'm realizing? And I don't know if race plays a part into this. Jim Harbaugh made them hire the nigga. They didn't really want the nigga. He, like, what's their record? Michigan football coach. Michigan football record. Chat, I'm sorry I'm doing so much Googling. I really didn't look at the story at all. Oh, they're not that bad. They're like middle of the pack, 7-2. Like, this is college, so, like, really, you're supposed to spank everything. You know what I mean? Where's Rutgers at? I know we're in the Big 12. God damn, we suck. Fuck. Oh, my God. They're not that bad, but this is 2 losses. Anyway, all right, cool. So maybe they were just trying to get from under the contract. $50 million. We're not trying to pay you, you fucking bum. Get out of here.
What's going to be the next move here for Michigan, especially after so many top jobs have been filled around the country?
I don't know what's between the legs of those 20 to 23-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed college white girls. But it got to be something magical, man, because these niggas keep crashing out over it, bro. He lost $13 million? $13 million?
You simplify the story.
Because you wanted to mess with, huh?
Nah, that ain't why you get fired, man.
The crime don't fit the punishment, man. All right. All right. Now, listen. Now, fam. Yo, if you had to take a once-in-a-lifetime chance, man, because this chick was just so bad, you just had to, cool. And even that, it's still not worth it. But you lost $13 million for the opportunity to crack a 5. Crazy. Now, this is the time where he's supposed to take it on the chin, go back home, work it out with his wife, and self-reflect and try to get back on his feet and find other opportunities. But no. Instead, he went out for vengeance and blood.
Well, a surprising firing and a shocking arrest at the same time, rocking the world of college sports this morning. The University of Michigan dismissing football coach Sharon Moore on Wednesday, only for him to be arrested and booked in a county jail. This was hours later. News Nation's Ryan Bass tracking this one for us. So, Ryan, quite a whirlwind in the past few hours. What are you learning about Moore's termination and this investigation underway now?
Yeah, this escalated rather quickly last night, Kelly. I mean, Moore was fired by the university and then hours later was detained. Now, the university is saying that he was dismissed after an investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to his dismissal. In terms of his arrest, we're still getting some details that are trickling in. But in terms of police, they have arrested Moore, and it's unclear if that is connected to his firing. The incident happened about 30 minutes before Michigan announced his dismissal. Jail records show the 39-year-old was booked yesterday evening.
Oh, so he got arrested before they announced. Oh, so it looked like they realized the situation was escalating and they fired the nigga. Okay.
But don't list charges or a court date just yet. Pittsfield Township Police, without naming Moore, said they responded to an alleged assault and took one person into custody. Now, Michigan's athletic director said that Moore was terminated after an internal investigation found, quote, credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a clear violation of university policy. He added this.
Here's what happened, okay? So after he got fired, after it became perfectly clear he done lost his $13 million, instead of taking accountability, he decided he was going to blame everything on the executive assistant. Because essentially, it was kind of her fault that they got caught, okay? So Michigan did their investigation once tips came in. They found no wrongdoing. They didn't find any proof of inappropriate relationship between Paige and Sharon Moore. Now, I'm sure that was a lie. I'm sure Michigan found proof, but they wanted to sweep it under the rug instead of addressing a scandal that was on campus. So they swept it under the rug. However, Paige apparently got pregnant, and Paige told Sharon that she was pregnant. And Sharon been trying to get Paige to get rid of it. However, Paige did not want to get rid of it because why would you abort the baby of a man who is due $13 million, right? As a broke college student. Well, we're not really broke. She's making $90,000, but still, like, as a man, fam, it ain't $13 million. So why would you abort it? So because she refused to abort it, Sharon been stalking her, been harassing her, been trying to get her to abort it. So eventually, an anonymous tip came in to Michigan, letting Michigan know, hey, yo, Paige is pregnant. Once they got that tip, they could no longer ignore it. They could no longer sweep it under the rug because if this chick is pregnant,
Is she pregnant now?
this is going to be a bigger situation. So ultimately, that was the catalyst for him getting fired. He now blames her and believes that she's the one who tipped off the university and let them know that she's pregnant. So after he got fired, he popped up to her crib. Apparently, he popped up to her crib with a knife. And he put the knife to her throat and his throat, and he was threatening to do things to her. But ultimately, he never did it. He ultimately left and went to a church where apparently he was going to do something very harmful to himself. However, the wife got wind of this, called the police, and police was able to go ahead and go to the church and get him.
561-553 for domestic. Subject just called the caller, told her there's a mail.
Wait, is this the this the assistant right here? This is her?
The location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months. For the Pittsfield unit's reference to domestic.
Was he fucking? And this chick is over age, right? She's valid, right?
We just got a call from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal. Reference.
Chat, also, let me tell you something. Flacco's assessment's a little bit off. I'm just giving the nigga assessment. When a nigga's cracking something at his job, it's not because it's fine shit. Niggas cracking the thing at the job because it's convenient. You feel me? I go to work, I get my job done. I'm like, I'm watching a little bit of sports, my favorite YouTubers, and I'm getting pussy all in one. This is an all-in-one computer right here. This is like an all-in-one printer. You know one of them joints you get from motherfucking Staples. I don't even know if that shit exists anymore. You just get everything all in one. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, yeah, she does. She looks all right. But usually when the nigga is cracking the joint at the job, that's the type of nigga who it's the best of both worlds. You don't got to go to the club to go get another bitch. You get everything at work. When you show up to work, it's amazing. You feel me? At lunchtime, you get neck. Like y'all flirting throughout the day. Yeah. Now, him getting her pregnant, this is what I think about that. I think she probably wanted to get pregnant. But at the end of the day, it's a young girl. Yes, there is a power dynamic. She probably like falls in love with him. He probably also, still is trying to make sure he balances the situation because remember, he has a wife at home with kids. And the way to really push the issue, yo, I'm pregnant, nigga, what's up? Yeah, so that I think she probably wanted to press the issue because she's probably realizing he's just showing up, getting some neck from her and beating it down. And then she wants to advance to something else. Every married man tell their side chick, baby, but I have a family at home. You can't, as a side chick, you cannot compete with the family and kids at home until you're pregnant. That's facts. You can't compete. Every married man lies to their side chick about some plan that they have of being with you. But the side chick at some point realizes you could never, ever, I don't care if the wife at home looking washed, which she did. The wife washed at home. But they got beautiful kids. They got home, mortgage. He ain't leaving. So at some point, to to push the issue, the only way you can compete is like, all right, nigga. Now, again, this is my assessment. I could be wrong. I'm hearing about this for the first time.
Losing his job today.
Suicidal.
Lust will be the downfall of a lot of you guys, bruh. You got to learn how to control your lust. At some point in your life, you got to learn how to control your lust, especially when you're in a position of power. When you have power, when you have everything to lose, when you are the breadwinner, when you have a lot of people counting on you, not just those children he recruited to the school, not just those football players, not just the parents who he looked in their eyes and promised to take care of their kids when they come to campus, but he had his own family counting on him. He probably paid his mama bills, his daddy bills, his family bills. He probably take care of everyone in his family. He's probably a first-generation millionaire in his family. And he threw that all away for some coochie. Think about the worst thing you've ever done for some coochie. Think about it. Think about the furthest you've traveled. Yo, I know some people who say, yo.
Well, so it looks like, if I'm getting this right, it looks like again, it's the all-in-one. He's fucking shorty at work. His wife is old and washed. She probably even know. She probably know. Yo, every time you go on this trip, you don't even need the assistant to go on the trip to other schools. He bring the assistant because he could fully crack when he's doing that. Shorty gets pregnant. He realizes, because he knew that they did an investigation on the relationship already. He realizes that now it's going to be a big deal. He's trying to get her ass to abort it. That turns to stalking. You know what I mean? The chick probably realizes this nigga been selling a whole lot of dreams because he was never going to leave his wife. All this, I got a family there. He don't want you to have a kid. It turns into some crash out shit. And he's kind of stupid too, though. I ain't going to lie.
They done travel 12, 13 hours for some coochie, bruh. Now take away coochie and replace coochie with temporary satisfaction. You think you would do the same thing you did for coochie for no. If I tell you, hey, bruh, travel 13 hours for some cheesecake. If I tell you travel 13 hours for $500, you'll probably say, man, F on my face, bruh. Hell no. But the value we place on coochie is absurd, bruh. The coochie of a average middle of the pack Michigan white girl.
Blah, 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 blah. And I can imagine 6-7 months ago, I went through something very similar. So I know what that storm is like.
Yes, sir.
And unless you've been in it, that's why when people say, this is what I would do, you don't know what you would do until you in it. Until you in that pressure cooker, until you in the eye of the storm.
Yes, sir.
Until you in... Ocho, you and I have had a conversation. So
yes,
I know.
Mm-hmm.
To be in that storm.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
to know everybody know everything that you worked your entire life for.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it like it's crumbling right before your eyes.
You gone.
Yeah. And the only people that's gonna be there,
Your mama.
is gonna be a select few.
It's a sad situation all around. I can't say I feel sorry for him because I don't. But it's a sad situation all around, man.
All right. That's it?
A shock in the world of college football.
The head coach of Michigan football
Is that the whole story? I thought there was more to it. New details.
This morning, the firestorm surrounding former University of Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore is only growing. Local authorities telling NBC News their investigation into an alleged assault is ongoing and that Moore will be arraigned later today, though he has not yet been formally charged. It comes as NBC News obtained this audio from Wednesday afternoon of a 911 dispatcher describing a chaotic call from an Ann Arbor home. Public records show a female university employee has an apartment there.
Subject just called the caller and told her there's a male at the location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months.
Moore's name is not mentioned on the audio, and so far, police have not commented on whether he's connected to the alleged assault. But the fallout stemming from his abrupt termination by the school and his arrest just hours later sending shockwaves through the sports world.
It's sad. It affects real lives.
It makes sense.
After several years as an assistant at UM, the 39-year-old took over when former head coach Jim Harbaugh.
Investigation.
Well, Craig, the university president released a statement overnight. It was addressed to faculty and...
Okay, here we go.
All right.
And Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Moore.
That's the charges, sir.
We waive formal reading of the complaint. Your Honor, stand mute to the charges.
Formal reading having been waived, the plea of mute will be entered on your client's behalf. Simon, make your bond argument now or reserve?
Your Honor, I think the people want to make a presentation, and I'll go after that if that's okay.
All right, Ms. Wisniewski.
Your Honor, thank you very much.
Look at niggas in court taking pictures of him.
I appreciate that. Mr. Simon. And thank you for the opportunity to be heard. As the court is well aware, this is not a series of offenses in Michigan that allow you to deny bond. We're certainly not asking for that. This is a felony of home invasion third degree, misdemeanor stalking that you were alleged in the complaint. Barge charges.
Oh, here we go.
Immediately then proceeded.
Okay, so
she presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation there.
Oh, so
As
she
we
snitched
all
on him.
now know, defendant was at some point on Wednesday afternoon fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left.
Wait, she called her attorney. Oh, she might have lined that nigga. If her first call was to her attorney.
And so, Your Honor, while I understand that there isn't evidence to suggest that he directly threatened the victim with any of those implements that I've indicated, the totality of the behavior is highly threatening and highly intimidating. She was terrorized, Your Honor. And in light of the totality of all of those circumstances, we consider the defendant to be a risk to public safety.
That the people referenced the court rule that I want to come back to, or danger to that event.
Okay.
Possibly fathom. No one in the world thinks that this person is going to reach out to you. Should they do so, and again, no one thinks that they're going to, you may not reply in any form or fashion. The named victim's address will not be placed on the record, but you may not go to that location for any reason whatsoever. Are we understood on the no contact and no go to, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have any questions about that, you have a good attorney, simply ask them. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Simon, we are setting probable cause conference.
Okay. All right. I'm not that shocked about any of this. I don't even know why this is even a topic. I mean, everybody got a side chick. Everybody's fucking somebody at work. At least, I guarantee 95% of coaches is fucking a chick that works. Like the football programs of these colleges are huge. If you notice, they're gonna have mad attractive chicks that just fill in random roles. And what do you think is happening? I guess the thing here is obviously he kind of threw away his opportunity of coaching for Shorty, but I'm guessing it probably spiraled to that point. And I guess he showed up trying to act like he crazy, but it got him locked up, and now, you know what I mean, it's going to really set him back. But he'll be all right. Honestly, I think the Shannon Sharp shit was worse. Like, if he's a good coach, if he really deserved that $13 million, bro, he's going to have to sit out for a year. Some team will bring him back. They'll bring him back as an assistant coach. And if he does a good job, like, you know what I mean, either running the off, I don't know what's his specialty, the offense or the defense, he'll get another chance. You know, he'll be fine. Like, he just got set back. Like, this was supposed to be his big gig probably to show that he could be a head coach and probably move up from there, maybe to the NFL, but he was going to get some good money. But his shit's not over. Shannon Sharp shit, when they start accusing of certain shit, even though Shannon's still fine. All right. Did they interview his wife? Damn, they're set up outside of nigga's crib? I want to know what his wife says. All right, whatever. Okay. Give me some topics, people. Somebody said, I think you're missing something. I don't know what I'm missing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not seeing why it's that huge of a topic, and it's probably because I'm normalizing the behavior. Like, when I hear everybody keep saying inappropriate relationship, I'm like, okay, I get it in the letter of the policy of the school, which, by the way, he should have followed because you're getting paid a lot of money. But the reality is most people are doing it. It's kind of like saying, I don't know, if you're locked up, you shouldn't be taking drugs. Well, a lot of inmates are taking drugs. Not saying it's legal or fine, but it is what it is. Like, it's a culture. The culture is these coaches are having sex with people in their front office. That's a fact. It happens in the NBA. Like, I think when people see these things pop out, they're like, oh, this is the one guy doing it. No. Most of these coaches are fucking somebody in that organization. That's not their wife. Their wife is at home. Okay. Anyway. And to finish that point is, so that's not the point. Like, I get, like, and I even see Flacco saying, oh my God, you threw away your career. Yes, it's not the smartest thing, but a lot of people are doing it. It's kind of like a culture, right? What I would be shocked about with this story is that what it spirals to. Because if the majority of coaches are fucking their either assistant or somebody, right? How come you're the only nigga who gets fucking exposed and go to jail? And that's where the story is to me. But even then, I'm like, all right, this nigga clearly, he got her pregnant. He started crashing out. I know it seems like he got fired abruptly, but I'm pretty sure they were dealing with this behind the scenes for a while, and he was doing the most trying to keep a lid on it, even though he couldn't. She was probably applying some pressure to him, like, yo, dog, I'm pregnant. What are you going to do? You've been telling me you're leaving your wife. What's up? He ain't never leaving. Yeah, anyway. Okay. Chat, give me some topics, man. Holy shit. I'm like out of tires today. What did they say about
I want to see nobody go through
I
that.
have a question, black man.
Give it to me.
Yo, anytime I see this, I hear this bitch's like hoarse voice. I can't, bro. I can't listen to the podcast, bro. I can't. Y'all gotta tell me what days this bitch is not up at the Joe Budden show, bro.